Tonight I did a blind tutorial using a lot of products that I have never used before, so you're going to see me use them for the first time. And I kind of just created this look right here. I didn't really know where I was taking this look, but if you want to know about all the products that I used and how to get this look, then keep on watching. So I'm just going to start off by letting you guys know that I have literally a huge pile right in front of me of tons of different products and brands that I've never tried before. Some of them are just products that I've never used, but I'm pretty familiar with the brands, so I'm kind of just grabbed a whole bunch of stuff and put it in front of me. And these are products that I haven't put on my face before, so I'm kind of doing like a blind review. And obviously you can see I'm totally barefaced. I have absolutely no makeup on, which is kind of scaring me looking at myself in my camera. So I'm going to use some Urban Decay, some Smashbox, I have some MAC, I might use some Buxom, I have some Sephora stuff in front of me, so I'm going to kind of play around with everything, and as I go you guys will see if I like it, if I hate it, what I really think about it. So let's go ahead and get started right from the beginning. So I already have a moisturizer and my eye cream on. I'm going to put my primer on later, but I'm going to go ahead and start off with my brows. For some reason my brows are like the first thing I have to do. It's just the easiest and kind of helps frame my eyes, so I'm going to start off with that. I have a couple new products that I use now versus what I used to use in my old brow tutorials, so I'm going to go ahead and share that with you guys. So first I'm going to use Brunette brow crayon from MAC. This is what it looks like. This is a newer color that came out in a collection. I'm not sure if they're going to make this permanent, but I really like this color because I feel like my hair is a little bit lighter, so I don't need to use spiked. That's what I used to use. And to fill in my brows, I am going to use Espresso Matte. This is an eyeshadow from MAC. I'm going to go ahead and use that and apply it with my 266 brush from MAC. So I decided I'm going to use a primer. The primer that I'm going to try out today is the Smashbox Photo Finish Face Primer, and this is an oil-free primer. I used this a long time ago. It's been a while, but I'm going to try it out again. So I just used about that much. I can already tell that it's a thicker consistency than the primer I use now. So I'm going to rub my hands together and put this all over. It does feel more of like a silicone-based primer, which is very similar to the Bare Minerals one. It does feel a little bit greasier than the one I use now, but it's not bad. I'm going to see how it works with my foundation. So before I put my foundation on, I like to conceal around my brows, and the concealer I'm going to use tonight, which is the Correct and Conceal Bare Minerals Concealer, and this is in medium 2. As you can see, it's almost gone. I use this all the time, so I'm going to conceal around my brows first, and then we'll move on from there. So now I'm going to use another new product. This is the MAC Select Cover Up Concealer, and this is in NC30. So I don't think you guys have seen me use this, but I'm going to go ahead and try it out. I've used it once already, but I haven't used it enough to see how I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and use my concealer brush from MAC, and I'm just going to apply this under my eye area where I would normally conceal. And a little goes a long way with this. It's more like a liquidy consistency. It's not too thick or heavy. And I'm going to conceal around my nose where I have little blemishes, a little bit on my chin, and in between my eyes. Now I'm going to use my MAC 180 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. Now that I have concealed, I can go ahead and put my foundation on. I have used this foundation before, but you guys have not seen me use this color, and this is the new Ready foundation from Bare Minerals, and I'm going to use the Golden Tan. So this is a new color. And I'm going to use my Precision face brush to apply this. So I'm just going to pat it in here and go ahead and apply it. Next I'm going to apply a bronzer, and this is a bronzer that I've absolutely never used before, and it's in Suntan Matte, and this is from Smashbox. I got this in a kit at Sephora, so I'm definitely new to Smashbox. I think the only thing I've used from them is the primer like a couple years ago. So I'm going to use this on my face, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Bare Minerals angled handy bookie brush to apply this. So after using this bronzer, I do really like the color of it. It's a pretty soft golden tone. It is on the lighter side than what I normally use, so I had to apply a little bit more, but I do like how it turned out. So I think if I just layer it a little bit more, it'll work fine, but I'm happy with this bronzer so far. So I'm going to contour my cheekbones, and what I usually use is Harmony blush from MAC. And I'm going to apply it with my angled blush brush from Bare Minerals. And I'm going to use this right in the hollows of my cheeks. So I'm going to start off by priming my eyes, and you guys are probably going to laugh when I say this, but I'm going to use the Urban Decay primer for the eyes, and honestly I have never used this before. As you can see, it's still in the little sample box that I got, so this will be my first time. I know tons of you out there are going to be like, what the heck, this is the best primer. I've heard so much about this primer and I've never used it, so you guys will see me for the first time use this. So I'm going to go ahead and take this little wand and apply it on my eyes and then rub it in with my fingertips. So for using this for the first time, I actually kind of like it. It's more of a wetter consistency than the eye primer that I use from Bare Minerals, and I feel like it's a little bit more hydrating because usually my eyelids are pretty dry. The one that I use is more of a creamy consistency. This one's a little bit thinner, so far I'm liking this. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with my eye makeup. I just got this palette from Sephora. This is their Mineral Holiday palette, and I know you guys have seen me use these mineral baked shadows before, so I think I'm going to play with these tones right here because usually I go for these, so I'm going to just go a little bit smoky this time. So I'm going to start off by highlighting right now, and I'm going to use this color right here, and this is called White Gold. So I'm just going to use my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush and apply this under my brows. Okay, so for my crease base, I'm going to use this color right here. This is a MAC eyeshadow. I haven't used it in a while, but I'll list below what the name of this is. And I'm just going to use my eye defining brush from Bare Minerals to apply it. Well, I really like this Smashbox bronzer, so I'm going to go ahead and use this as an eyeshadow and put this right in the socket as a warm base. I'm also going to use this color under my lower lash line just to warm it up as a base too. So So I decided I'm going to go on the smoky side for this tutorial, and I'm going to use this shadow right here, and this is Onyx. I'm going to take that same shadow and my Sigma Crease E47 brush and blend this right in my crease. I'm going to use that same Onyx shadow and I'm going to smudge this under my lower lash line. So to darken my look up a little bit more, I'm going to use NYX Glossy Black Liner, and I'm going to put this in my waterline. So to make the smoky eye a little bit different, I want to use another shade from this palette, and I'm going to use this color right here, and this is Silver. And I'm just going to take my Sigma Inner Corner E46 brush, and I'm just going to kind of wet it with Fix Plus, just like that. And I'm going to dip it into this shadow, and I'm going to put it right in the center of my lid. By adding that silver in the center, it gives it more of a wet metallic finish. So now I just want to add a really intense liner that I'm going to smudge into my lash line, but I want a really dark base first. So I'm just going to use this Bombshell liner in Onyx, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this right at my lash line base. So I'm going to try out a mascara that I haven't used before, and this is the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara, and I'm going to apply this to my top and bottom lashes. So I'm going to apply some lashes later, but for right now I'm just going to apply some blush, and this is Small Vanity from MAC, and this is for the Glamour Days collection. For a cheek highlight, I'm going to use the Love Affair, which is the new illuminator from Bare Minerals, and I'm going to put this on the tops of my cheekbones. So I'm going to apply some lashes, and I'm going to use my favorite lashes of all time, and these are the Eylure 205 lashes. They're thick, they're double lashes, they're spiky, they're amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and apply these for you. So hard doing it without a mirror. I'm just using my camera. So this is what the eyes are going to look like after a pair of full lashes. Before I apply a lip color, I'm just going to take some of that Love Affair highlighter, and I'm just going to take my finger and rub it right on my Cupid's bow. And this is just going to give the illusion that my lips look a lot fuller. So now I'm going to try out a lip color, actually a lip gloss. This is from Smashbox. This is the cutest little sample ever. And this is in Illume, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this and see how it looks. So out of the new products I used, I'm going to let you guys know which ones I liked and which ones I'm going to kind of pass on. So I'm going to start from the beginning. The MAC Select Cover Up Concealer. This I liked. It had a little thinner consistency than what I normally use, and it blended out and concealed really nicely. So I would say yes to this. I use the Smashbox Suntan Matte Bronzer. Definitely going to use this. Probably going to use it a lot now. I loved it as a crease color, and then a bronzer is really nice too if you want something subtle. So I'm definitely going to use this from now on. I use this Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. Would I use it again? Maybe. It's not like the best mascara that I've used, but it's nice to try something different. And it's always good to change your mascaras out once in a while because they do get old. So this is a maybe. I did use the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I did really like this. I'm going to see how this eyeshadow wears, but I think I'm going to start using this a little bit more now. Let's see, the Bombshell liner. I actually liked how dark it looked, and how it had like a shiny finish. So I think I will be using this too. So I tried out this Smashbox lip gloss in Illume, and it's okay. It's not my favorite. I probably wouldn't go and buy it, so I'm going to pass on this. I tried the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and you know what? I'm probably going to pass on this. I love the one that I'm using right now, which is the Bare Minerals Face Primer. This one was a little too greasy for me, so I'm going to pass on this. And I did use this brand new Moonshadow Baked Palette from Sephora. This is new for their holiday collection, and I'm definitely going to use this. I loved how the Onyx turned out on my lids with the silver right in the center, so I'm definitely going to keep this one. Alright, so this is the end of my tutorial. I hope you guys liked this. I kind of did a blind review on a lot of these products, so I wasn't sure where I was going to take this look, but you know, it ended up as a smoky eye, and I kind of felt like doing a smoky eye tonight. So maybe you guys have seen me do one before, but you haven't seen me do it with these products. So it's just something fun and different that I'm going to try to do more often, since I have tons of products just laying around that I've never used before. I get a bunch of samples a month from some monthly subscriptions that I am involved in. So if you want to see more of these, please let me know below in the comment section, and I will have a list of the products below. And besides that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.